gonna start with the other lesson, subtract integers. Now this one might be a bit challenging for others, but it's same idea, nothing different. Let's again, you need to know some of the following keywords just to make sure that you already have a understanding of it. Opposites are basically any two numbers that are literally same integer or same number, but they have opposite sign. This one is positive, this one is negative, clearly. Okay. Integers are basically any whole numbers that can be negative, they can be positive, and they can be zero. Now moving forward for additive inverse. Additive inverse is basically when you take two opposites and add them, you will always get zero. Basically, additive inverse is the opposite of the number that will give you zero when you add it. That's why we call it additive inverse. So when I ask you what's the additive inverse of 7, you're gonna tell me it's -7, because if I'm gonna add them, I will get 0. What's the additive inverse of -7? You will tell me +7, because if I'm gonna add them, I'm gonna get 0. Any positive and negative number that they are basically the same number, if you add them, you will always get 0, always. It's basically 1 minus 1. The one is positive, the one is negative. When you combine them, you're gonna get 0. The same idea. So additive inverse are basically opposites, but you need to know why we call them opposites. They are called opposites because basically they are also additive inverse. Yani when you add them, they are gonna give you 0. They're inverse to each other in addition, in that meaning. Okay. Anyways, so for today we're gonna discuss subtracting integers. In integer subtraction we use SADS again, but there is two rules. Either you use only SADS and combine signs same as before, or the other rule that we started with the beginning of the year, it's called same flip then SADS. So when you subtract integers in integer subtraction, to subtract integers, you have two main ideas. You have two main methods. You either use same flip. Step number 2, you use SADS, or first step is you use combining signs then SADS. Myself personally, I like to use this one. It's faster and easier, but in the book they give you this one, and I need to actually make sure you do understand it, because a lot of questions they will require from you also to make sure that you do understand the same flip concept. Okay, so let's see now. Let's take an example for same flip SADS. So let's do the following example. Suppose you have 5 minus -2. Okay, so how can I solve this problem? Again, I have two main methods. I'll do it first with same flip. Same flip says that you're gonna, since you have subtraction in the middle, once you have subtraction in the middle, you will apply same, keep the 5 the same. It was positive, just keep it +5. Flip the negative into positive. Flip -2 into +2. So same flip. Okay, and then you work with the new problem. I have +5, I have +2. They are same sign, then I need to add them. That's it. 5 plus 2, it's 7. Put the sign of the greater number, which is positive. This is same flip. Same flip uses additive inverse. Basically, it changes the negative here into positive because like it uses the inverse of -2, flips to the additive inverse of -2, which is +2. Okay, it gives me +7 as an answer. So the answer is +7. Now let's use the other method. The previous method we said if you have two signs back to back, you need to combine them. Let's do it. Negative and negative, I have to combine them. They're gonna give me positive. Write your problem. Circle the 2 with the sign. Circle the 5 with its sign. Then apply SADS. They are both positive, so same sign add. Basically I have 5 plus 2, it's 7. Put the sign of the greater number, which is positive. So again, it gave me +7. It's the same thing, but in my opinion, it's less complicated. Two negatives, they gave me the positive that is here. Okay, that's it. These two negatives, they gave me this positive. It's basically the same thing. These two negatives, they gave a positive, basically adding a positive, which is a positive. It's the same idea. Okay, but throughout the video I'm gonna keep on working with this idea. So if you want to do same flip you can do it, but you need to make sure that you're having the same final answer. Let's take this example. A football team gain 3 yards, so basically that's a +3. In the first down. On the second down, they lose 8 yards. Basically, this is -8. What is the total change in yards after the first 2 downs? So again, you have +3 and -8. This is a subtraction problem. I need to combine them. So what am I gonna do? And if you wanna use same flip, you're gonna do same flip, same flip, and the 8 is positive, so you're gonna flip it into -8, and then say that this is negative, this is positive, different signs, subtract. It's gonna give you 5, that is negative. That's the same flip. My method is what? It's just simple. You have +3, -8, no signs to combine. I only have one sign here, so that's it. 8 is negative, 3 is positive, different signs, subtract. 5, 8 minus 3 is 5. I will take the sign of the 8. It's the same thing. So you can use same flip, then SADS here, or you can use combining sign and then SADS. In this case, I didn't have to combine any sign because there was literally one sign. Let's do this example here. Okay. So here I have, here I have 9 negative minus -5. These two negatives, I can combine them into a positive. And then, remember, negative with negative is positive, negative with positive is negative. And then the 5 is positive, the 9 is negative, different signs, subtract. 9 minus 5, it's 4, negative. That's it. Let's do these. Negative with negative is positive. Put the 3, put the 4. 3 is positive, 4 is positive. Same sign, add them. 3 plus 4, it's 7, positive. Take the sign of the 4. Negative with negative is positive. 3 is positive. 7 is negative. Different signs, subtract them. 7 minus 3, it's 4. You put the sign of the 7. Here I don't have two signs, so directly circle out the numbers. Same, both of them are negative. Same sign, add them. 13 plus 8, it's 21. You take the sign of the 13, negative. That's it. Let's take this example. The temperature at the beginning of the day was 6 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature dropped 9, so it was 6. It was +6. It dropped 9, yani minus 9 degrees by the end of the day. Use the number line to, I don't want you to use the number line. Let's do it here. So let's do positive 6 minus 9. How can I do it? That's it. 9 is negative, 6 is positive. Different signs, subtract them. 9 minus 6, it's 3. Which sign? Negative. So the temperature will be negative 3 Fahrenheit. That's it. Let's do this one. You start on the 5th floor of a building. So you start at 5, positive. It's above the ground, of course. Then you go down 7 floors, so minus 7. Then you go up 3 floors, positive 3. Let's do these 3 numbers. I have positive 5, negative 7, plus 3. Okay? How can I do it? I will combine each 2 together. 5 and 7. The 7 is negative, the 5 is positive. Different signs, subtract. It's going to be 2. You take the sign of the 7, negative. Write the 3 down. Now work on this. The 3 is positive, the 2 is negative. Different signs, also subtract. 3 minus 2, it's 1. You take the sign of the 3. So you're going to end up with floor number 1. First floor, positive, of course. That's it. So let's do the next question. The news reports that today's high temperature is 16 degrees colder than yesterday's temperature. Yesterday's temperature was negative 2. So basically, yesterday it was negative 2. Today it's 16 colder. This means it's negative 16 from the negative 2. So I need to write an expression to represent today's temperature. It's basically what? It's 16 colder from yesterday. Yesterday it was negative 2. This is the expression. But how can we solve this? Combine the 2 numbers, because this is negative, same sign, add them. 16 plus 2, it's basically 18. You take the sign of the 16. Today's temperature is negative 18 degrees Fahrenheit. It makes sense. It should be colder than negative 2, so it's going to be more negative. Is today's temperature positive or negative? It is negative because it's colder, so definitely it's not going to get into positive degrees. It's going to be more negative. That's the reason. So let's do this question. These questions are from the book. They are basically page number 20, 31, 32, 30. So all of these questions are in the range of pages number 30, 31, 32. These pages. All the questions that I'm solving. Explain how to simplify the expression using additive inverse. Again, additive inverse means I want to use same flip-flip. Remember when I said that same flip-flip uses additive inverse? Let's do it. Negative 98 minus 31. So where is the additive inverse here? Additive inverse says that you have to keep the first one the same. Don't find any inverse of it. Flip the subtraction into addition. And flip the 31 that is positive into the additive inverse. So I want additive inverse of the 31. 31 is positive. What's the additive inverse of it? It's negative 31. So it's going to be negative 31. And then, since they are both negative, I should add them. Same sign, add them. 31 plus 98 is basically 9 and 2, 129 negative. That's it. So that's it. So where do we use the additive inverse? Whenever we have same flip-flip, we flip the second number into its additive inverse. That's it. Now what about, that's it. What about the this question? Question number 10. They're saying that Morphy and Naryam do their math homework together. When they find 9 minus negative 8, they get different answers. Morphy claims the difference is 17. The other one claims that it's negative 1. Let's see. We're gonna do it by ourselves to see who is correct and what's the error. You need to always take the problem and do it by yourself on the side. So if you want to do same flip method, pay attention here. If you don't want, just skip 2 seconds later. Okay, so same flip says that you need to keep the first one the same, flip subtraction to addition, flip the second one into additive inverse, which is positive 8. Positive number, add them, same sign, add. 9 plus 8 is 17, of course positive. So I can tell that Morphy is correct. Let's do the same problem but using my way, which is combining signs. So again, the rule was if you have two signs back to back, you need to combine them. Negative with negative will give me positive, and then circle out your numbers. The 9 will be circled with a positive. Same signs, add them, they're gonna give you 17 positive. Of course, you take the sign of the 9. So both ways you're gonna get 17 positive. So who's correct? Morphy. Now the problem is to find the error that led to the incorrect answer. What possibly led the answer of 9 minus 8 to be negative 1? I can see that the 1, we can get it by subtracting 9 minus 8. So maybe she thought that if you're gonna apply same flip, maybe she did not flip the 8. She kept it negative, then different signs subtract, maybe. This is one possible answer. So I can say that she literally subtracted 9 minus 8 to get 1. Oh, negative, then this means that the 9 was negative. Oh, maybe she did flip. So she flipped the 9 into negative, flip this, flip that, different signs, subtract them, is going to be 1, and put the sign of the greater number. Yes, that's the exact mistake she did. So she flipped the sign of the 9. So by flipping the 9 to negative 9, even if you do it here, if you flip the 9 into negative 9, you're going to do different signs, subtract, and you're going to get negative 1, which is wrong. So that's her exact mistake. طيب, let's do this last question. A crane left a pallet of concrete blocks 8 feet from the back of the truck. So basically it lifts it 8 feet upwards, 8 positive, okay? So 8 feet that was lifted, so positive 8, okay? The truck drives away and the crane lowers the pallet 13 feet. So after the truck will go away, the crane, this one, the crane, it will drop the concrete down to the floor, which is how much? Negative 18. So since it's gonna lower the concrete will go down 13. Okay? They want the final position of the pallet relative to where it started. So basically they want us to find what happened to the concrete. It was here and then it became here. So how much is the difference, right? So basically they want to see what happened in all, which is basically positive 8, negative 13. That's it. What happened? You need to combine them. Different signs, subtract. 13 minus 8 is 5, negative. So basically, instead of going up 8, going down 13, I can say that the concrete block went down 5 feet, which is 5 negative, to reach the floor. That's it. Got it? That's it. So yes, that's it for this lesson. I'm gonna continue with the next recording for the next lesson.